As the days of Ramadan progress, the Muslim begins to adapt to the pattern of worship and obedience, but the most important thing is to continue to strive and not to slacken. Every day in Ramadan is a new opportunity to earn good deeds, get closer to Allah, and multiply the rewards. On the 6th day of Ramadan, there are many actions that are recommended for the Muslim to do to seize the blessings of this blessed month. 1. Renewing the intention and sincerity in fasting and worship. The Muslim must renew his intention for Allah Almighty every day of Ramadan, as sincerity is the basis of acceptance. The Prophet said, "Actions are only by intentions, and each person will have what he intended, agreed upon." The Muslim must have the intention in every act of worship, whether in fasting, prayer, charity, or other acts of obedience. 2. Performing the Fajr prayer in congregation. The Fajr prayer is one of the most important prayers that a Muslim must maintain, as it is the beginning of a day full of blessings. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Give glad tidings to those who walk to the mosques in the dark with perfect light on the day of resurrection," narrated by Al-Tirmidhi. After the prayer, it is recommended to sit to remember Allah and read the Quran until the sun rises, as the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever prays Fajr in congregation, then sits remembering Allah until the sun rises, then prays 2 rak'ahs, will have a reward like that of Hajj and Umrah," narrated by Al-Tirmidhi. 3. Reciting the Quran and contemplating its meanings. Ramadan is the month of the Quran, so it is essential to allocate sufficient time to recite it and contemplate its meanings. Allah the Almighty says, "The month of Ramadan in which was revealed the Quran, a guidance for mankind and clear proofs of guidance and criterion." Al-Baqarah, 185. It is recommended that a Muslim has a fixed daily portion, and that he should try to complete the Quran at least once during the month. 4. Increase remembrance and seeking forgiveness. Remembrance of Allah is one of the great deeds that a Muslim can do at any time, especially in Ramadan. Among the recommended remembrances are Glory be to Allah and His praise, Glory be to Allah the Almighty, there is no God but Allah alone, He has no partner, His is the kingdom and His is the praise, and He is over all things omnipotent. O Allah, You are the pardoner, and You love to pardon, so pardon me. Repentance brings mercy and forgiveness, and the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Blessed is he who finds in his record much seeking of forgiveness," narrated by Ibn Majah. 5. Performing the Duha prayer. The Duha prayer is a confirmed sunnah, and performing it brings blessings and sustenance. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Every joint of one of you must give charity every morning, and 2 rak'ahs that he prays in the forenoon are sufficient for that," narrated by Muslim. 6. Giving charity and breaking the fast of those who are fasting. Feeding food is one of the greatest acts of worship in Ramadan. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Whoever provides food for a fasting person will have a reward like his, without any reduction in the reward of the fasting person." Tirmidhi. A Muslim can donate to the poor or prepare iftar meals for needy fasting people. 7. Strive to make dua. Dua is a great act of worship, especially before breaking the fast, as dua is answered at this time. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "A fasting person has a supplication when he breaks his fast that will not be rejected." Ibn Majah. It is recommended that a Muslim make dua for himself, his family, and the Muslim Ummah, and ask Allah for mercy and forgiveness. 8. Taraweeh prayer and night prayer. Taraweeh prayer is one of the most important acts of worship in Ramadan, and it is an opportunity for forgiveness of sins. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Whoever prays during Ramadan out of faith and in the hope of reward, his previous sins will be forgiven." Bukhari and Muslim. It is recommended that a Muslim perform the entire Taraweeh prayer with the Imam, so that he will receive the reward of praying a full night. 9. Maintaining family ties and communicating with relatives. Maintaining family ties is one of the deeds that enhance love and increase blessings in life and livelihood. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever loves to have his provision expanded and his life extended, let him maintain family ties." Bukhari. It is recommended to visit or contact family members, especially in this blessed month. 10. Itikaf, even for a short period if possible, spending time in the mosque to worship, meditate, and draw closer to Allah, even for a short period, is one of the recommended deeds in Ramadan, especially in the last 10 days. Conclusion: the 6th day of Ramadan is a great opportunity to continue to obey Allah and draw closer to Allah through good deeds. Through prayer, remembrance, reciting the Quran, giving charity, and maintaining family ties, a Muslim can invest this blessed day in what will bring him reward and recompense. Let us all be keen to exploit every moment in Ramadan in a way that pleases Allah, and we ask Him for acceptance and forgiveness.